Hello, everyone. And this last week was pretty big on news in the world of farming games. We got another update coming up for Moonstone Island, finally a release date for Stardew Valley 1.6 on mobile and console. The Kickstarter campaign for My Time at Evershine just launched, and it's doing incredibly well. And we got a new release date and some more information regarding Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. So this week on the podcast, I discussed all of these news with Kay from the channel Let's Play Kay here on YouTube. We also shared our first thoughts on Tales of the Shire because we both got to play 90 minutes of the game. We talked about all of the games that released this week. So if you are interested in all of that, I will make sure to leave a link to the full episode in the description. It's about an hour and a half. It was a very fun episode. But one thing I noticed since I started doing this podcast is that every week we cover a lot of different news, but they're kind of hard to search on YouTube because there's no space to fit them in the title of the podcast episode. And people often ask me, are you going to talk about the Kickstarter campaign for this game? Are you going to talk about this news for this game? And usually I cover all of these things on the podcast, but I find that it's just not the most searchable. So I think one thing I'll be trying from now on is, of course, I'll still have the whole news segment in the full episode. And then I will also upload this version where I give you a little intro. And then I will just show you the news segment so I can have like a different thumbnail and a different title. And I think this could bring in new viewers who come for the news, and maybe they'll decide to stick around to watch the full episodes, which should help the podcast grow. And with all of that being said, feel free to leave a like on this video, subscribe if that's not already done, and please enjoy Let's Play K and I discuss this week's news. Our first piece of news for this week is Moonstone Island announced another update. I feel like they've been updating this game a lot. The festivals update. So that will be adding 3 brand new festivals to the game. I've played this game. I don't even remember any festival. Maybe I just
I
missed them. Did
I've
you
only
play?
watched. I know. It was one I
Oh.
wanted to play, and I just didn't have time. I was so sad because it looks like a lot of fun. Looks
It
like a
is a
lot of
lot of fun. And they're adding
fun.
4 spirits, lots of new decor, furniture.
I love how active they are. They update all the time, I feel like.
That's one thing I
Yeah.
love with this game. I guess they are catching up to the fact that, like we said earlier, a lot of the games recently, they come out, we play them for 1 or 2 weeks, and then we just move on. So
Yep.
I think that this way of keeping the game updated with free updates every few months,
Yeah.
it keeps everybody going back to the game. It's a really good way to keep your game alive
Yes.
and keep people interested in it and get new players into it as well. So
Agreed.
that update will be releasing on September 30th for Steam and Switch. So I love that they release their updates on both platforms at the same time.
Wonderful. Yes.
And the new spirits look so cute. There's like a
The spirits are
tiger,
adorable.
there's a
Yeah.
little
Oh,
glove. They're so creative, like all of them.
yeah.
So,
That is so cool. I love that. And that's another thing that you can get into the game and collect. Like you have to go find them, I'm assuming, to,
mhm.
get them and stuff. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's very similar to like Pokemon, where you go
Mhm.
out, you collect all of these creatures, and I know you're not a big fan of turn-based, but
Yep.
I found the combat very interesting
Yeah.
in this game.
This
And
was
yeah,
one that made me think about
mm,
giving it a try. Like, I'd be definitely interested because, again, it has that nostalgia from feeling a lot like Pokemon too. So, that was one I think I might actually buy the game and just play it for myself, which is something
yeah,
I need to do more of, but, I definitely think it looks like a lot of fun.
it's such a great game. You can
Yeah.
tell just so much love went into it.
Mhm.
So I'm happy to see it being updated continuously. Another game that's getting updates once in a while is Stardew Valley.
Mhm.
So the 1.6 update released for PC a while ago now, like at the beginning of the year.
Mhm.
And 1.6, after a long time, it's coming to console and mobile. Finally, I know a lot of people have been waiting, especially for the Switch
A
version to be
long time. Yeah.
updated so they could enjoy the Meadowlands, like the new
Mhm.
farm, and all of the new things. It's been a while. I don't remember exactly everything that was in this update. Wait, so it was a pretty big one. So
Yeah. I think
November
it was
4th.
New
Yeah.
Farm, was it maybe some new festivals, something about mayonnaise.
Yeah,
There
you
was
could
like
drink mayonnaise.
mhm,
Hmm.
yeah, and I played a little bit of the new update because I I played some Stardew Valley, but I wanted to check out the new farm, and it was a lot of fun. The new farm is beautiful, and I'm glad that console players can now, get a taste of the new content that came to the game.
Yeah, so November 4th, everybody will get to enjoy Stardew Valley 1.6. And then yesterday,
Mhm.
the Kickstarter campaign for My Time at Evershine, so
Mm.
a sequel to My Time at Porsche and Sendrak, started. It's not even been 24 hours. They are at 1 million US dollars.
Really?
Yeah. They've got 10,000 backers, almost 11,000 backers. Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. Absolutely loved Portia. I love Sandrock. I wish I had more time to play because I love both those games. So
Hmm.
I could totally see why people back this and feel comfortable backing this game because they have a good track record of making a really good game.
Exactly. You can tell they know what they're doing and they've been really improving
Yes.
from game to game.
Mhm.
They're estimating that this game, so Sandrock cost them $12 million. They're estimating
Mhm.
this game to have a similar cost. Kickstarter will help. Obviously, they have money like
Yep.
profits from like Sandrock and Porsche as
Mhm.
well. So I have no doubt they'll be able to bring this game to life. So
Yeah.
there's
No,
28
agreed.
days left to the campaign. I won't go through all the details, but they have lots of stretch goals. The next stretch goal is at 1 million. Oh well, they reached it now. Logan will be visiting My Time at Evershine, and
Logan.
Logan was a very very popular character in Sandrock, so
Yep.
worth a million, I think. And then at 1.2 million, we'll have Max and Lucy from Sandrock. 1.4, they'll let you customize your character's height, which is nice. It's something we don't see in a lot of games.
No, not at all.
Because it is tricky because they have to rework the animations, they have to change the
Yeah.
clothing, so it's very hard for developers to add something like that. But
Mhm.
for 1.4 millions,
That's ambitious. That's
mm-hmm.
cool.
And then eventually they'll add more romanceable characters. So right now, one of the big perk actually of the Kickstarter campaign is that the backers will be able to vote for two of the characters that will be romanceable. So they've announced
Ooh,
6 of them, and then the backers will be able to vote within these 10 characters who will be romanceable.
that's so cool. They've really
Hmm.
thought through their campaign. Oh, I see them, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
If you could vote for 2 of them, if which would you pick?
Okay, let me see. I would go um, ooh, Kang.
Mm,
Kang, and they're also, Luca.
nice.
I think oh, wait, Waylon. Oh my god, Waylon? How do you choose? I don't know.
I know it's hard. There's a lot. I think I would go for Ines. I feel like her color palette, like the purple and pink. I feel like we don't have
Mhm.
a lot of characters in this game with like uh, pink hair,
Yeah.
and I know I just love her color palette. And maybe
Oh,
Stev.
yep.
Yeah, but yeah, there
Steph's
are
clean cut. Mhm.
so many interesting characters. I think Atticus will be popular since I know a lot of people have been asking for like older characters.
The salt and pepper hair and
Hmm.
the chest hair, yeah.
Yeah,
Atticus is gonna be a
I feel like he might be one of the most popular ones. So if you want to choose, I think that's a really good way to get people into your Kickstarter.
Oh, for
Let
sure.
them choose romanceable characters. And I know with Sandrock, based on the feedback, they also added, like, I think Burgess was not supposed to be romanceable at first, but people asked for
Mhm,
him, and then they
mhm.
added him. So,
Yeah, that's really cool. And
yeah,
people just love the ability to be able to romance, people in the game. So being able to choose who, I think is a really cool idea. The
exactly.
art the art style of this one looks a lot I don't wanna say a lot different, but it's definitely seeming a little bit more realistic, maybe?
Exactly. So that's what they're saying. They want to take they want to keep the cartoony style, but with
Mhm.
realistic proportions. So
Yes,
instead
and
of the characters with the big heads, you have
yes.
more just like a realistic body. Um,
How do you feel about it?
I don't mind it. I think it looks good,
Mhm.
but it looks a lot like Palia.
I was just about to say, it was reminding me of something, and this little gif of Violet down here, it looks very much
Mm,
like Palia. Yeah.
yeah, and there's I don't think we can. I think you would have to watch the trailer, but we'll have a glider in this game.
Oh.
So with the glider, if you watch the trailer, that the part with the glider, it's just like Palia.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I feel like it might lose a little bit of its personality in terms of like
Okay.
visuals,
Mhm.
but it looks great, and I know they will do a great job with
Agreed.
the gameplay. So I have no doubt it will be good. Um,
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I learned about this here
yeah,
because this one is a highlight for me.
hmm
Highlight.
for
Yeah.
sure, big highlight. And one big difference to not only the art style, but in this game, instead of being a builder that just follows everybody's orders and just builds stuff for everyone, you'll
Mhm.
be the governor and you will build a brand new settlement from scratch. So you'll place buildings. I know you love base building, you love
What?
decorating, so you'll be able to like
Ah,
build a whole town from scratch.
that's awesome.
So I think that's gonna make it very fun and make you want to play the game longer, right? To like decorate,
Maybe
build the
this will be
town.
my game.
Maybe
This will
this
be
will be
the
your game.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
That is awesome. Oh, I'm
S-
so looking forward to that. So I'm gonna need to back this one for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I
Mhm.
think if you back, so one thing they've said with this game, so they've been doing Kickstarter, they've been doing early access for Porsche and Sandrock. For this
Mhm.
one, they said they're not sure yet if they will do early access or not.
Okay.
So it might just be like a full release. But if you back the game, I think $35 or more, you can get the alpha. So they
Oh,
will do
yeah.
an alpha, and then they're planning to do the full release by spring 2026, which is not, it's just 1 year, right? It's not
Yeah.
like 1 year and a few months.
It
Um,
seems far, but it's not. It's actually that's very soon, I think.
yeah,
So,
because sometimes you see games announced on Kickstarter and you have to wait like 2 years, 3 years.
mhm.
So considering that, I feel like the wait is not going to be too long.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is because their experience with these kind of games, they're reusing a lot of mechanics from
Okay.
Sandrock. They said they're already at 30% done in terms of the development of the game.
That's impressive.
So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of the core mechanics, game design, and everything
We'll
is
pull
already
over.
there. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's one game I'm looking forward to. A lot of people are looking forward to, obviously, with 1 million in less than 24 hours. I don't think I've seen a Kickstarter campaign do that well, like so
I was gonna
quickly.
say, is that a record? Because I feel like that's a lot of money in a very little amount of time. Like, that's very
That's
shocking.
crazy.
That
That
is shocking.
that is
But a
so.
testament to their hard work for these other
Hmm.
2 games that they've released that people absolutely love. So, I feel like they have that trust there and that's great for them.
Hmm. I want to see how much Sandrock, how much they raised with Sandrock in
Oh,
total.
yep.
So with Sandrock, they collected 500,000 US dollars in one
Really?
month, and now
So
in
this
one
is
day, they got
they've
like
got
double
a
that.
million. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Yeah.
That is
Th
amazing.
they've
Well,
done a good job. They've gotta be
mhm,
celebrating.
they've done a really good job, and now I see why they're doing the Kickstarter uh,
Yeah.
every time. It's going very well for them. So I'll be
Mhm.
keeping an eye on this
They're doing
game.
the Kickstarters the right way, and I think that's very important.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think definitely like the romanceable characters being able to choose. I think that's a good one.
The incentives are good. There's
Yeah.
also one for where you can get, like, a pet pack too, which is like,
Mm,
people love pets.
yeah. Yeah. They always do
Pet
things where you can get like a shirt in game or like a
Mhm.
pet, and
Yeah.
a lot of them are like not too crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And this game will release PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and the next Nintendo console.
Nice.
So
Okay, perfect.
hopefully it runs better than, because Sandrock on the Switch was a little bit of a struggle,
A little rough.
a little
It
rough.
plays pretty
So
good on the Steam Deck, but yeah,
mhm,
Nintendo Switch, I think is just struggles with games a little bit.
exactly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So that's my time at Evershine. And lastly, last piece of news is regarding Fantasy Life. I, the girl who steals time.
Mhm.
This game has been delayed so many times, but we finally got a new trailer. Is this a game you've been looking forward to?
Uh Yeah, so somewhat. I didn't play the first one, and
Mm,
I think that's the one thing that's throwing me off, but I've heard nothing but people raving about this game and the last one, so, I'm excited to try it out. I definitely wanna take a look at it.
mhm. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got a new release date. So it will release for the Switch in April 2025.
Okay.
So not too far from Tales of the Shire.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm wondering, so we're seeing this game being delayed. Originally, this was supposed to come out on October 11th.
Mhm,
It's being delayed to April 2025. We've got Tales of the Shire, who's being delayed to March 2025. Do you
mhm.
think we might be getting like a new console around that time? It's starting to
Mm,
feel like a lot of games are being delayed right around that period,
seems like they have maybe some insider
right?
information that we don't. Mhm. Yeah, I always wonder about stuff like that. I mean, I don't think that it's far-fetched. It's something people have been waiting on for a really long time,
Hmm.
and, I mean, I truly would not be shocked. Would not be shocked.
Yeah, would
What do
be
you think?
nice. Yeah, I think I have a feeling like maybe we'll get the next console in April, and
Mhm.
a lot of the games that will release around that time will be for both platforms.
Yep.
And maybe the for the next Switch, maybe you'll have like extra features.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have like better graphics. Maybe
Mhm.
maybe there'll be a little something more.
Yep.
So before I like pre-order my Switch version or anything for these games, I think I'm gonna
Wait and
wait.
see.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna see. And at the end of the Fantasy Life trailer, it says release April 2025 Nintendo Switch, and then right under it says other platforms undecided.
Mhm.
Like they're
They
leaving the
know
door
something.
open to like
They
something
know
else.
something. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that it's likely. I think it's very likely.
Hmm.
Yeah, other platforms to be like, what other platforms could that are not
Right.
available right now could it be?
Exactly. What if
Right.
you're gonna release it on Steam? Why don't you just say it right away?
Yeah. Mhm.
So looking forward to that. They announced some new features with that new trailer, so it will be an open world
Yep.
instead of just going from one area to the next. There will be multiplayer. Oh, I
Mhm.
wanted to say for Evershine too, there will be multiplayer.
Will
You'll be able,
there?
yes, from day one, you'll be able to do this the whole story with your friends. And
I love
so, same with this game, there's going to be a 4-player online co-op,
that.
2-player
Okay.
local co-op. So, I
That's
think that
awesome.
that's going to be great. Oh yeah, one other new thing is you'll be able to change the lives quickly. So in this game, you have different lives. So you can be like a mercenary, you can be a farmer, you can be a chef.
Look, yeah,
And
yeah.
in the first game, you had to, I think, go back home or like go to certain building every time to change your job,
Okay. Mhm.
change your
Mhm.
life. Now you'll be able to do it instantly. So it's
That's
gonna be
nice.
a little bit more seamless.
Now, do
Um,
you know from the first game if you have to change, or is it just like a personal choice if you want some refresh, like gameplay or something like that, that you change? Or is
you
it like the storyline is gonna have you change between these roles?
you kind of have to change.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't
okay.
think you necessarily have to do all of them, but you're very much incentivized to play the different lives.
Okay, okay.
But one thing that's cool is that if on one day you don't feel like fighting, you can pick a very cozy
Something else. Okay.
farmer cooking life, and then the next day you can fight depending on your mood. So
I
that's one
like that
thing I love
idea.
about this game.
And it
And
keeps things refreshing, so you
mhm,
can do different things depending on your mood, so I think that's really nice.
exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing they're adding to this game too is terraforming, kind of like in New Horizons. And one thing we
Oh,
saw
yes.
in this trailer is that you'll have a big golem
Mhm.
robot thing that will terraform, that will help you terraform. So it seems like it's going to be pretty quick.
Yep.
Whereas in New Horizon, you had your little shovel doing like one little thing at a
One
time.
little piece at a time, yeah.
I don't know if you ever like flattened your island
No,
completely.
I've
Yeah,
only seen, but I know that it's that grinding one at a time
exactly.
process, which is a lot. It's
So
a lot.
hopefully, having a robot helping you will make it easier. But I just can't
Oh,
wait
yeah.
for this game. I'm so excited.
Yes.
The first game, it's a game where people could put like hundreds of hours into. There was just so much to
Mhm.
do.
That's what I've heard, that's what I've
Hmm.
heard. I wish I would have played. I feel so left out sometimes when I miss out on these games that people are so attached to and had such a great time playing. Because 'cause I'm like, "I missed the bus with that one." Like, I wish I
Yeah,
could have something to compare it to, you know?
Yeah. Well,
So
in April you'll get to
I'll
get
get to
started.
see.
Start your fantasy life.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Hmm. Very exciting. So many news, so many things happening in the world of cozy games. It's
Mhm.
not stopping. It's not stopping at all. But Kay, thank you so much for joining me today. Talk about all of this.
Thank you so much for allowing me to come on your podcast and to chat with your community. It's been so nice.
Please feel free to subscribe on YouTube. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.